You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Here we have more on Briar, Devlin, and others. This is where things are going to get pretty intense and emotionally sad, so yeah. At least some parts of it. But others, it's going to be awesome. But just want to give you a heads up. So enjoy. Thanks. Briar Devlin's phone rang. She knew something was up, so she answered. Hello? You got what? You do? Yeah, we'll all be right there. Sure. Briar hung up the phone. Moments later, Briar was just standing there to see infestations of what was once her friends. Everyone was just watching, looking pained and upset. Yato looked over. Everything all right? He asked. I don't think I can do this. I'm so scared, Briar said through her tears. Aslog looked over at her. Mistress Devlin? She asked. You felt emotional. He then took his sword and stabbed it right through Briar's stomach. Kimizuki reacted. You idiot! What are you? You, don't do it! Yoichi said. You? What is that idiot doing? Mitsuba protested. What the hell do you think you're doing, Hyakuya? Eren demanded. Briar could feel that sword into her. Maybe it didn't mean anything for her because she wasn't a vampire. However, she could still feel the pain. Stop! You! What are you doing? She managed to say. You said, don't even think about it. Okay? You came this far. I'm not letting you break down like this. I understand you don't want to hurt them even further. But take a look. I managed to find out the true meaning of why you're killing these infestations. They're not even human anymore. They lost their humanity. It just makes me sad that we can't even save anybody. I understand. I know how much loss you have been. But that doesn't change anything. This is your duty as an agent, right? Just as a soldier. So you can't retreat. You can't do this. Because you know why? This is your fight! You exclaim, pushing the cursed gear weapon into Briar. Briar managed to moan in pain. You then said, maybe your friends don't deserve this, but you alone have to do this. And I don't care if it was your fault for what happened. I just care about what you do now. It was silent. That's when Briar knew. Thanks, you. I'm okay now. She took Aslog by the hand and said, Come on, girl. Let's go. Aslog nodded. Briar turned, stepped into the light with Aslog following, and Briar said, Kaba, come to me, she said. Aslog's mark of the name on her suddenly glowed, and she turned into the weapon once again. Briar felt hot tears streaming down her face. All of a sudden, it happened so fast. She was running and slaying the monsters that were once her friends. But this was the only sacrifice. She wished she could have done something different, but sadly, this was the only way. Even though she tried to keep her tears in, she managed to gasp out a few sobs. That's when she reached, of course, Jeremy. Jeremy just looked up at her with teeth sharp and a grin on his face. "Briar, I forgive you," he managed to say in that mid-growl. Briar could feel herself tear up. "Please, Jeremy, I love you so much. Please forgive me." She raised the sword and recited the benediction. "This is the land of DWC. Your desecration shall not be tolerated any further. Hear me. I am Agent Briar Devlin. I now weigh with Kaba and expel thy mass defilement. I pledge thee." She raised the sword, and with a swish motion, he was gone. With his dying breath, he managed to say, "Thank you, Briar," and he became lifeless. Briar managed to whisper, "Revert, Aslog." Aslog just stood there behind her. Briar could feel everyone's eyes on her. Some of them were pained, some of them were crying, some of them were just shocked. Briar managed to sob. God. Oh my God. She could feel a hand on her shoulder. It was Aslog as she said, "I'm sorry. I know that must have been hard for you. Thank you for your kindness," she managed to say. "It's the least I can do. It must have been hard for you, losing people that dear to you. Oh, believe me, they were just more than dear. They were just special to me. I'm sorry. However, Aslog just hugged her new master and said, "All you have to do is just cry. It's okay. It's normal to feel like this. Everyone is just different in their own way. Some of them shed tears. Others, well, they can cry silently and alone. But you don't have to feel ashamed. I'll cover you. I swear I will." "Thanks, Aslog. That's sweet." There was a bright glow that blinded almost everyone. However, Briar stood up and knew who it was. She wiped her tears. Brynhilda said, "I know it was the most painful sacrifice, but nice job. You've done well. Now then, I believe it's time. Your friends, even though they're in a better place, they wanted me to give you the gift you greatly deserve," she said. She placed one hand on Briar's back, and all of a sudden, Briar's back erupted with wings coming out. "I have wings? Now you can fly higher than high." than ever before. Now fly, my angel. You have a duty to do. I'll be watching. So Briar flew. Everyone was bedazzled. However, not everyone was just bedazzled by just Briar. Chloe, Randy, Maggie, Tilda, and Marina. Chloe had black wings, and of course Randy had pink. Maggie, of course, had red, and Tilda had blue with a hint of white wings to them. And Marina, of course, had gold wings, and Briar only had white wings. So together, all Valkyries united, as they had an enemy to face. However, when they faced this enemy, it turned out to be smiling Monty. "Howdy, ladies," he greeted as usual. "It's me, your dear, friendly neighborhood Samaritan, Monty. It was a lot of fun while it lasted, but now I think it's come to an end. The whole Valkyries are all gathered." However, his face changed, making him look a lot more scarier. "But now, everyone's together. And you know something? Benjamin is dead. And now, I'm the only one who can bring life out of death." He remained back to his smiling position. "Wow, that felt actually pretty good. I feel so happy." "Oh, look at you. You look like you've been crying, Bree." "Well, that's just amazing. You know what would be really cool? If I, Monty, could see your intestines splatter all over the place. And they're going to look very fresh and very, very delicate." "You're gonna suffer, Briar Devlin, when I'm through with you." Briar just took a step forward, bravely. "What? Do you really think all of you can stop me?" "You guys are such fools. Do you have any idea who you're talking to?" That's when Monty transformed into the most demonic-looking hellspawn. It looked like the manifestation, the Venus flytrap monster. Ventricles and arteries and veins and all sorts of terror. There was something that resembled a heart beating. There was also something that resembled a flytrap, and Monty's grinning, evil face staring back at them. Briar was horrified. "Oh my God, what a monstrosity. Holy shit," Maggie said. "Oh man, now we're really scared," Randy said. "Be afraid. Be very afraid," Monty managed to say. And he laughed. Briar said, "This is it, girls. Give it all you got." And so they did. That's it for now, but don't worry, we got more coming your way. See you next time. Bye.